Game is up. Continuing from where we left off. Let me get back into the game desktop. Alright. So I promised I would look up what the item drop was from the shadowy figures at the cemetery, particularly the one that was like a scarab that you had to kill quickly. And it was a silver horn tender, old currency used by horn scent, made by coating spiral horns with silver. That's pretty cool. Temporarily boost item discovery can also be sold for a high price. These trinkets were once symbolic of society's upper echelons. Neat. So, in the lands between, there were the pickled fowl feet. And here's a new one. So I'll try it out. It's a consumable item, so I'll wait till I get a couple. I've already signed myself up for multiplayer co-op in the Shadow Realm. So let's continue exploring. Oh, good timing. I'm being summoned. So once again, the only effigy of the martyr that I've activated is the one outside the mausoleum. So it's probably going to be that boss fight again. So maybe because I'm streaming, maybe I won't do as many of these, so you don't have to watch me fight the same boss over and over again. That's part of the fun. Okay, so I was actually hoping this would happen. Someone who summoned me, but doesn't want to do the boss fight, and is instead... Oh, I see what you're up to. I see what your game is. So this is what I meant by doing some co-op has some risk. Wait. Of having experiences happen first within multiplayer. Oh great, we're invaded. Oh, so he noticed us. Good. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. It's exactly the kind of thing that multiplayer is fun for. Got summoned, and instead of doing the mausoleum boss, he wanted to just like roam around and defeat the I keep saying overworld boss, but map boss? Sure. It's another term that's commonly used for those types of bosses that are just out and about in the world instead of a boss room. In any case, one of those guys. And just as we were about to engage the boss, got invaded and attempted to distance ourselves to focus on the invader, but the invader used the strategy of kind of luring us into engaging with the boss, and that made it fun. And we took care of the invader. Unfortunately, the host died to the boss. So I was gonna go up to the door up there. Why are... So there shouldn't be enemies here, but there are. The ones I killed. I can't explain that, because if I remember correctly, I just ran over there, fought that stuff, did some multiplayer, quit the game, returned, came back. Yeah, none of that should have respawned the enemies. That's unusual. I'll keep an eye on that. You can see them too. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore them. Alright, I see an item from up here. Might as well go get it. Red flesh mushroom. Nothing too exciting. Okay. Yes, Fortnite. Oh, oops. It's not an item, is it? That's just a shadowy thingy. It's a message. Of course. Hey, doggy. Alright, so we see some shacks up there. Ooh, another one of these, like, tarp-covered forts. Oh, geez, that was unbelievable. Scorched Ruins is what this one's called. That dog's like, how many times are you gonna come by here? Hey. You leave me alone. Treasure chest ahead. Blade of Mercy. I would not be surprised if the DLC brings back the mimics. That's a cool lantern. So let's take a look at the weapon I got. Blade of Mercy, right? So that's the... Yeah, that marker for new items would be really helpful. It'd be really helpful. Okay, so talisman? Yep. Raises attack power after each critical hit. So you get a bonus for doing critical hits and that your attack power increases after, which could be interesting depending on how it works. Does it like... Sorry for the boom in the background. City noises. Not quite sure exactly what. But if this stacks with itself such that each critical hit... I mean, it says each, so that's kind of what leads me to believe it. Then maybe you can really build up some high attack power by performing a sequence of critical hits against like a boss. A thin bloodstained dagger, no longer fit for use, so that's why it's a talisman. Raises attack power after each critical hit. Horn scent. So horn scent is a thing. We'll have to figure out what they are. Horn scent employed this to honorably end the suffering of a compatriot. After claiming numerous lives, the dagger is now broken, but has acquired a spectral aura. Nice. I don't really do a lot of critical hits with my playstyle right now. So I won't use it, but it might be fun to try out at some point. Okay. So that's probably the end of this thing. So they do reward you for coming to this side. How did you die? Hey, you have the Giant Crusher hammer. That's a really pretty shot. Maybe there's something on top of these ones. Nothing. Just missed that. I am not particularly interested in fighting you. Okay. So we can kind of do this direction. Set a waypoint there. That's directly east. Oh, that's why they returned. I rested at the site of grace. Okay, so what did that do? Raises my damage? Perhaps it's a tactic they employ for leveling through this area. So they're made of flesh because they bleed when you hit them. That was actually an accidental press, but so be it. Yeah, that guy with the pot is there again. So, the enemy was there, but the drop was one time. Alright, it's a path downwards. You look like Torrent. Yeah, you're Torrent. Okay, so that looks like a Church of America down there, not a mausoleum. And it looks like... Hey, Torrent, you're in the way. Okay, so I thought that might be a deep well type of thing, but it looks like it's a tent inside of which there might be some treasure. Oh. Okay. Why does this seem like I'm being lured over here? Aha! Revered spirit ash can be found across the realm of shadow. Consume this ash at sites of grace to bolster your revered spirit ash blessing. The revered spirit ash bolsters both summoned spirits and spectral spirits' abilities to deal. Curious. Alright, so I'll use this at a site of grace. So, you're like a monk or someone that had the revered spirit ash, or you are the revered spirit, and that's your ash. You look larger than life, and you don't have a head, and your arms come off. But there is definitely something like reverential about your pose and your drapery and your size. So that's something. There's something in the Church of America. An enemy. Oh, wow. That's cool. That's a really nicely designed world. The fog creating space between these elements. Ocean in the background. So there is a path I can follow all the way around there. Hey, birdies. Alright, so when my first steps outside into this area, I think came down here, and there was a scream. Let's walk along the path for the first time down. And we can explore the edges after that. It's kind of fun, create some headcanon for the exploration. A broken rune, we've examined one of those before. Smashed up car and an enemy waiting outside. And right in front of me. Smithing stones, nice. Only 2 of you? Glass shard. That was in the lanes between. There's something down there. Hey, it's Maros. So, something down here is kind of spooky. Alright, 2 more of those guys, 3 of those guys, and a flaming dog. Let's see if we can aggro the dog independently. So it looks like he was about to do a roar. Ah, so these are Mesmer's soldiers. Okay. And they're still like flesh and blood. Alright, so what happens if I aggro you? Hey, wake up. Wake up. Okay. Roar, come at me. You got a delayed axe. I like that. Upswing. Get your shield back. I like your shield. Cool. Stake America is right here, too. Awesome. That's actually exactly what I wanted, was the Mesmer soldiers. Armor and shield. Let's take a look at the armor, or the shield first. I don't think it was a great shield. There it is. Ah, jeez. Worn round shield, carried by soldiers loyal to Mesmer the Impaler. The largest of all metal shields in their class. No skill. Let's look at its stats. So it's got 100% physical negation, which is nice. Let's check out their armor. I know there was a torso armor. There might have been pants as well. What did they look like? What did they look like? Mesmer. Alright, so pretty basic armor. Armor worn by soldiers who serve Mesmer the Impaler. A ragged cloak is draped over rusted mail. Though the chest piece features a scattered motif, gold has been used for its engraving, a small consolation to those forged to wage a war without grace or honor. Interesting. The consolation to those who follow Mesmer. So Mesmer's war is referred to as without grace or honor. So there's a point of view to the item description. I wonder if that's going to be reflected in the game. Because remember, like, a core attribute of FromSoft lore is that it's not trivially good versus evil necessarily. It's arguable if you are ever morally supposed to complete your quest of becoming the Lord or replacing the God, even from the very first game. Certainly not in Elden Ring. I don't feel that becoming Elden Lord is good for anything. But then again, what is good? So we'll see. Like, that's why I say this, because I wouldn't be surprised if part of the lore discovery process leads us to questioning whether Mikola the Kind was actually kind and was trying to do these good things in this world, and Mesmer, who's apparently leading these soldiers to a war without grace or honor, was doing just that. It's possible. It is possible. Let's compare. So, big drop in weight for drop in attributes. I do like the look of it though, but for now, I'll stick with what I got. It's a cool road. There weren't roads that looked like this in the lands between, where they were like really black dirt. Okay, so here we see, wow, a knight kind of like the lands between, with a mace, a hammer-like mace, the size of a dog. I mean, that's absolute insanity. Time for Scarlet Rot. Shield bash. Black Steel Great Hammer. Awesome. See, that's some cool armor. If I can pick that up, I would switch to that. So, Black Steel Great Hammer, you say? Is Great Hammer a new class of weapon? It might be. Oh no. There's plenty of them. Right, there's great hammers and then there's colossal weapons. Okay. So Black Steel Great Hammer is a kind of quality weapon with faith and scaling on faith a bit as well. That's cool. I have the required faith to equip it, but not particularly intrigued at the moment. That looks like a dew gem. Glows at night and blossoms mainly at the waterside. Said to have been used in the practice of sprite medicine long ago. It's pretty. Glows at night. It gives me like Avatar, Pandora vibes. Bioluminescence kind of thing. Spirit Spring. We know about those. Something else. Ooh. There's a guy protecting something with over there. Shirts of Consolation. So were I to have charged in, I would have been met with... That's Marigold, right? Scattertree Fragment. That's the thing I got already, right? That increases my... like, power? Yeah, so that's my second one of these. There are a ton of these black fireflies around here. So he's got the horn. That was me knocking something over inside. Metaverse soldiers are in like a trance where they don't respond. Didn't expect friend? There's a deer in there. I feel like that's not one that just wandered in. Or it is. Who was supposed to be my friend? Seemed to be a fairly standard deer. Maybe I missed something. Hello, friend. Alright, if this is what you want, then this is what you will get. I was cavalier about getting out of the way of that. Sorry, friends. That's on me. I should have been more helpful, but I got cavalier. Are you a friend? Fire coil. Consumable item of some kind. To what end? I wish I could tell you what a fire coil was. I don't think it's sorry for that bang, I don't know what that is. There it is. Uses FP to conjure a tiny fire snake. That's cool, and, you know, I should try it. So I'm off of this map fragment. So there will be more. That was a quiet portion of my stream. Hello, friend. Hex. Oh, oops. I did it again. It is really easy to get punished for being cavalier in these games. Took a couple hits and didn't think to heal. Just because I felt safe. Is that blood or is that part of like the design? I'm not sure. Alright, well, let's do a perimeter check. That's something, but not accessible yet. Stuff over there seems like it will be eventually. Yeah, there's a bridge and there's a path. Doesn't surprise me that you make your way up that, because that looks fun. And this lower area also will be accessible somehow. That's a lot of bloodstains. Yeah, it looks like it's people trying to jump. Yeah, it looks like a sensible jump. Another one of those fire golem things. Alright. So the enemy is probably acting as a lure into a cave. Maybe not. So you're another Mesmer soldier. Nice. Smithing Stone 3. There's something about those Mesmer soldiers that don't respond to you that confuses me. Blessing America. Alright, we'll check that out in a second. Alright, Blessing America seems like something pretty cool to find. Here it is. Completely restores HP and heals all ailments. And it is consumable. And you can store a bunch of them. I suppose reading the lore. Special Physic. Blessed by Marika, the Queen of the Erd Tree. Completely restores HP and heals all ailments. Marika once created several of these physics for Mesmer's sake, but never again. I'm glad I read that. Once created several of these physics, but never again. So, if they are healing physics, then there might be a backstory where Mesmer required healing at a time when Mesmer was in good graces with Marika. Oh. Hey, Hex. Sorry I was unable to help you last time. That's on me. That was embarrassing. Not for me. I was definitely holding aggression and let it go right at the end, but I figured you could dodge one attack. That's not asking that much if you're going to be back there spamming magic, which is fine. My first playthrough was an intelligence playthrough with magic. But if you're going to be back there spamming that stuff, like, just be on guard for those couple of seconds where you're being targeted. And then you can go back to doing that while I take aggression. It's okay, it doesn't affect me. Alright, so it's going to be Hex again. And we'll take care of business. It's no problem, Hex. Don't worry. Ooh, that's a cool location. That's got to be part of the DLC. What the heck is that? Oops. Once again, that one was on me. It's taking a while to... Hex is going to need some more help. It's taking a while to get his damage down. Alright, I'm at an hour of stream time. I'm going to keep going for a little bit. Oh, for the love of God. Oh, for the love of all that is holy. Okay. Yeah, still no secret. So that's a similar type of rock that was in Liurnia of the Lakes that had the plateau area above it. I don't think that means anything. It's just a design pattern. Okay, so we can explore the periphery of this on the way back. Another broken rune. We know about those. Anything visible from up here? It's a really cool looking chasm. And a giant waterfall way down there. The color of the sky is really nice there. That's a DLC thing, maybe? Kind of has a look of like the Nocron or something, but definitely not. Okay. Silvo. Let's do it. This is kind of fun. That was really good tag teaming. That guy understood the assignment. And that's definitely where that critical hit talisman I recently got would have a lot of value. So skills, jump attacks, maybe not. Maybe I don't need that one greatly. Power of skills lowers FP consumption. Alright, let's do that. Let's do the critical attacks raising damage thing. See if we notice anything. So you're out here all by your lonesome.
All you need is a headband or a long, unused sock to wrap around your head.
What on
then twist
earth?
the hair around it. After
What did Siri think I said to her? Wild. Yeah, there's something about these guys that I find a little suspicious. Like, they do not show any sign of aggression. That was a cool item. Okay, I like you, Fire Coil. So they're giving you some fire items right at the beginning. There's that pot that I got too, the hefty fire pot. So fire is probably really useful, at least in the early part of DLC. Yeah, lighting just changed a few times. Late day. These fellas. Not resin. Better than snot resin, know what I'm saying? Found near tree roots everywhere in the realm of shadow. Knot-shaped lump of resin that exuded from the roots of trees serves as a primary catalyst, making it suitable for processing using sorceries, incantations, and the like. Suitable for processing using sorceries. That's, not quite sure what that's going to be yet. I can imagine it being crafted into, like, magical items, things that have a magical effect, potentially that. But, I don't know, using sorceries, incantations. Maybe that's just a description of what it takes to process it, to turn, like, to craft it. The lore behind the crafting is you need magic to turn it into something. It looks cool, though. A resin that looks like some kind of parasitic fungus. Okay. So made it down that end. Now to explore the other side. Something screamed at me before. That's just a bird. Are you like... Yeah, it was you. I just got invaded. What? A hostile NPC? What are you? That was unfortunate timing with my summon. I was making good progress on Logan. Kind of has a Wolverine aspect to him. And he's called Logan? Maybe I just misread that. But yeah, unfortunate timing with being summoned right before I was about to kill him. But it's no biggie. Hello, furled finger. you got him. Yeah, I got the credit. That works for me. That worked out quite nicely. Hey, where'd you go, dude? Come here, Logan. Alright, let's see what happens now. So I got the Beast Claw. And that's going to be my introduction to that style of attack. So let's check it out. It's got to be a new weapon class, I imagine. Slash. That's the type of damage. Beast Claw. So Beast Claw is its own thing, separate from Claw. This one is Strength and Dex. So it would work for me. Let's just like see what the moveset is like. Where am I right now? Look at that edge. That's really cool. It is tempting to use this. Can you two-hand it? Oh, wow. Two-handing. Can I use Savage Claws? Guard. That is fun. That is really fun. I think I want to try Beast Claws. I think I want to upgrade them and try them. So, when I get back to the round table or whatever, I will do so. So those owls that scream don't seem to have any significance. They just screech to scare you. I don't think I walked over here before, because I don't remember the ghostly symbol. So it doesn't really look like a blade. It looks like a plank of wood. And the whole thing is made of the same material. Yeah, somebody probably said jump or something like that. Time for sleep, you know it. So I get in about like 10 minutes, when it's been an hour and a half. That'd probably be a good time to end this stream. Alright, exploration has found me something. That owl! I'm sorry for people, you know, on the stream, but that's the game. Lump of flesh, huh? But sound ahead. Where I go now, I'm looking for that owl. Alright, right back to the beginning. Did I go in this little corner? I think I did. Alright, that was good coverage of that area. So, if we look at the map, I've covered this back area down to Church of Consolation. There's something about night. Not really sure what to make of that yet. Did this mausoleum, did all the space in between. So now I can continue past the Scorched Ruins to that field boss. Field boss, that's the word. I kept forgetting. So let's rest here and see if there's anything interesting. There was another one of those things that we picked up, the Shadow Realm Blessings. So we'll do that one. Okay, so we got 2 of those blessings. Alright, so I can go to the round table hold from here too. Which makes a ton of sense, because the round table hold was not technically in the Lands Between. Even though it was modeled after the Lands Between, it was not in the Lands Between. So in this playthrough, I have ended the base game, but didn't proceed to New Game Plus. I am Elden Lord right now. Because it was in my first playthrough where I did Ronnie's ending. And in this playthrough, I did one of the variants of Elden Lord. Okay, so regular smithing stone. Let's equip it to make it easier. Beast Claw. This is cool. Okay, so I need smithing stone 3s to further upgrade it. Right now it's not really comparable. Smithing stone 3 is always the limiting agent. Good news is I can buy them, right? I need those too. Okay, bought a bunch of stuff. Spending down 4. Is it 2, 4, 6 every time? So you need 12. I knew that. Awesome. Fully upgraded. And it is not bad. I mean, it doesn't have the attack power, but I probably shouldn't expect it to, since damage per second would be increased by the speed at which I can attack with these things. So, good stuff. I wonder if there's anything that might be relevant for this type of attack. So it causes blood loss buildup. I don't really want to optimize for that too much. Let's see if throwing pots might be good if I use a lot of those hefty pots. So chain attacks might be interesting with my speed. Yeah, chain attacks could be a thing. I probably will be doing more chain attacks than I will be doing critical attacks with this. So let's do that. Final hit of chain attacks. Okay. Alright, I kind of want to test this out, but I think this is a good time to end this stream so that they don't get overly long. Last time I tried to enter the Coliseum, didn't go so well. The game hung. I had an error. Alright, so I'll call it quits for this time. And then we will pick up right here next time. Take care.